Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be with you, brothers and sisters of humanity. Welcome to another video. This video is about a rhetoric that I've been hearing a lot lately. And it's about women, not just men, but women who are followers of macho guys, macho men. There's this uprising of young men who believe being strong means taking away women's gains and women's rights. And they think if they keep repeating the same word, feminist, 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 then that will make someone a feminist, or feminism will die or something to that extent. Anyway, I feel comfortable and confident enough to talk about this because I don't consider myself a feminist. If feminism and being a feminist means that women should be treated with respect and dignity, and that men and women should come together, sit down together, and negotiate how they can move forward in terms of being a family unit and actually define their roles. If that's being a feminist, then sign me up. I'm a feminist, I guess. Go ahead. Because those are the rights granted to us by our Creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's nothing, I don't care how many times you repeat yourself, there's nothing you can do about the fact that this is the facts. You might have the right to your opinion, but you don't have the right to your own facts. Okay? But what's even worse is the fact that there are movements, bunch of ladies nowadays on the internet, pick me up ladies, often younger women, who are so desperate for attention that they have to align themselves with men who are all out trying to take women's rights away. Okay? And they would say things like, well, women want to be taken care of. We like being taken care of. Yes, it's nice to be taken care of. It's nice to have someone that is thinking about you, that is contributing to your well-being, that wants the best for you, a protector and provider. All that is well and good. We all want that. A man should be responsible and honorable and gentle, a provider, a protector. Well, let me tell you something. It's easy for women who are living in the West, who have the opportunities to go back to work whenever they want, to say these things. We want a man to provide to us, to take care of us. First and foremost, in order for you to be able to attract someone who can take care of you, you got to be able to take care of yourself. You have to be able to achieve what you need to achieve for yourself. And actually, more women all over the world are at the mercy of men being the sole providers. And when these men no longer have use for these women, they drop them like a hot potato. Many parts of the world, the men actually take the children. For example, the Muslim world in general, the father takes the children. Islam requires that the man provides for the woman for 3 months. These 3 months, this is when you find out whether the woman is pregnant or not. Because if she's pregnant, then you cannot divorce her. You have to actually wait till she gives birth. And sometimes if she gives birth, you can take the baby. Many parts of Africa and many parts of the world, the man actually takes the children away from their mothers. In my own country, women have 2 choices once they are divorced, once they get divorced. 2 choices. Well, actually 3 choices. She stays in a horrific marriage. She can stay and take it for the sake of her children. That's one choice. The second choice is that she just walks away by herself, leaving the children to their father. And often these men just bring another wife. These wives abuse these children. Many of them don't even talk to their children. So these children are at the mercy of the new wife. There's been many, 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 many cases where these women, horrible women oftentimes, would abuse children, sometimes killing them. And the father has no idea what's going on. The third choice is that you can take the children. You can walk away from everything. You can walk away from your meher. Because oftentimes, although Islam requires that the dowry, I don't know if it's the same meaning, but in Islam, the woman gets some sort of certain amount of money up front when she's getting married. Usually it's up front. But a lot of these guys, there are plenty of men who don't actually have the money. They'll say, your meher or your dowry is, 10,000 or 20,000 or whatever, or 5,000 or 1,000, but they never really have the money to give you up front. It's just kind of they take it as a loan. And of course, the woman just, you never think about getting a divorce when you're getting married. So this is just something people just say without actually meaning. So when there's a divorce, the men are supposed to give the woman her money, her meher. And usually you're supposed to give this money within the marriage if you didn't have it up front. But at the very least, when there's a divorce, when divorce takes place, you have to give the woman her money so she can actually start a new life. She'll have something. But no. In order for you to have your children, this is the third choice. In order for you to have your children, because every mother wants her children with her. No mother wants to walk away from her children unless it's nearly an impossible situation. So the third choice is, okay, walk away from the meher, forgive it. Forgive me for that meher. You can have your children, but there's no support, no child support, zero. Conditioning these women to a lifetime of poverty. And of course, this man kicked them out of the house. So they're homeless. She's homeless with the children, with zero income. Oftentimes forcing them to marry another man and being at the mercy of another human being. Sometimes these men would end up abusing these children physically and even sexually. This is what happens when you are at the mercy of a human being, another human being, and you're not financially independent. 70% of households back home, Somaliland, for example, are women. Married or unmarried, it doesn't matter. Because of civil war and being, just being a nation or nations that are economically poor. Of course, these men don't go out of their way working really, really hard in order for them to support their children, even if they are divorced from the mothers too. There are so many factors that I won't get into right now. But I am sick and tired of women in the West, spoiled little ladies who are trying very hard to get attention from men. I call them desperate little creatures. Pick me up. Say dumb things like, a woman want to be taken care of. Women want a man that can take care of them. Well, what do you mean? Yes, that sounds beautiful. Where are these men? In the West, you have, like, oftentimes when a man and woman go out on a date, they have to split the bill because a lot of men believe if I pick up the check, then she owes me. These are the days we are living. This is the reality of today's men. If I pick up the bill, then she owes me. I can touch her, I can, maybe even more. When men take care of you, you owe them. Even if you're married to them, many of them believe that, well, I can get away with more because I'm the sole breadwinner here. She can't live without me. She needs me. That's what happens when you are at the mercy of another human being. Women in general fought so hard to be where they are. If two people come together when they're getting married and they can have a conversation. Maybe he's making more money. You can be the breadwinner. She can stay home with the children. Because our work never ends. It's a 24/7 work. It's a very, very hard work. Unappreciated. You don't take any day offs. The only benefits we seek are the love of our families. So people can negotiate the terms of their marriage. They can have a loving, beautiful marriage and relationships, putting their family first. And the father can be the provider. But there's a comfort for the woman in knowing that she can, if this ends tomorrow, if you're in the West and in, some of these developing countries and developed countries, then if the marriage ends, there's definitely a child support. There are alimonies in some cases, many cases actually. But the vast majority of the world, mothers do not get these child supports or alimonies. They have to fend for themselves and for their children. So what are we teaching our daughters? We all want to raise girls who are self-sufficient, who are educated, who can take care of themselves. Because when you can take care of yourself, first and foremost, you're not desperate to accept any man, anybody. You are choosier. You can do your due diligence, make more informed decisions. Because you're not desperate. And we know the men of today, the vast majority of them, actually cannot afford to take care of a family. Most places in the West, most countries in the West, families require 2-income household because it's so expensive. It is so expensive to raise a family. That's if you want to buy a home and, like in this country, America, the American dream literally has died. Most places, you must have 2-income households. So this pipe dream, this nonsense, this just empty rhetoric, empty words to discount women by these pick-me-up women, desperate women, I call them, just looking for attention. It's just pathetic, really pathetic. With all due respect, you don't know what you're talking about. A lot of you have no clue. Anyway, that's all I got to say for now. Till next time, thank you so much for watching.